everyone, my name is Hannah and I am loving, living, and inspiring through classical music, shared experiences, and lessons learned. Today's video is a lesson learned on how to organize your voice binder for voice lessons. As a beginning student, you're going to start to get more music that is going to start piling up and accumulating. Having something like a folder might be okay to start out with, but after a while you're going to want to get a binder so that you can start to organize all of the stuff you have. Organizing your voice binder is important because it helps you to organize your music in a way that is the most accessible. Believe it or not, this will save you a lot of time because, for example, if your voice teacher says, "Let me hear this song," and then you're like, okay, then it takes you 5 minutes to find it. You know, maybe you didn't even bring a binder and you're just bringing up a bunch of crumpled up music and you're trying to look for it and then you realize, oh, I left it at home. Or maybe you have it in a binder but it's not very well organized and you're sitting there flipping through all of the pages. And then your teacher's having to also look to see, okay, well, wait, do I have another copy? And they're looking through it. And that could waste a lot of time. So if you spend time organizing your voice binder, you will be able to utilize more time in your voice lessons. Okay, so to start out your beginning voice lesson binder, you want to first start with a binder with pockets, have some dividers, and a hole punch. So right here, this is what my hole punch looks like. You can get these at Dollar Tree. You're going to need this because you're going to get a lot of music that you're going to have to hole punch, and if your teacher's giving you a copy, sometimes they don't have time to do that. Your binder, now this is great for performances because it's black and it will go with everything. When I say having folders, I mean these things on the side. It's nice to have this. Quick note, side note for performing, it's said to have a plain black binder like this that doesn't have that clear thing in the front because that can shine and make it glare. And if your accompanist is trying to read music and all that fun stuff, you just want to make things easier for them. So just make sure you don't have that front thing on it. Here is some examples of some dividers that you can use, literally any sort of dividers. You can, I think I might have got these from Dollar Tree. You really only need to start out with 5. There are some that offer 8 or 10 or whatever. Just 5 is good enough to start out with. These are another cool option because they've got pockets and you can use this as a way to organize maybe translations of your songs because you might have some songs that are not in English. So those are some options. There's also the options where you have like the sticker ones that you just stick on your music. That's another way you can do it as well. So if I were you, if I were a beginning student and I was taking lessons, I would just bring a binder and whatever music that you get, just go ahead and start hole punching it and putting it in the binder. Now you may not even need to start using the dividers yet because you may not have that many songs. To start out with, you might only have like 3 songs. But after a year or so, you're gonna have, 6 or more. And at that point, it's gonna start collecting and that's when you wanna start organizing. So that's the point where you're going to bring your little dividers. So when you begin organizing your binder, there's several ways you can do it. Here's what I recommend because most of the time when you start taking voice lessons, your voice teacher is going to start you with some classical music. Even if you're someone who just wants to do popular music or musical theater, classical songs are the easiest ones to start out with to help your voice grow as much as it can. So the first divider that I would use, and these are the dividers, would be classical music. This would be any of those songs that your teachers give you that are classical in nature. Maybe they're in a different language. Pieces that are older, pieces that are written a long time ago. You'll be able to tell once you get this stuff, and they will tell you as well. Musical theater, that would be stuff like from Annie or Hamilton. You guys know what musical theater is. If you guys aren't sure what any of these genres mean, just look them up. Number 3 would be popular music. So if you're someone who really likes the popular music, this is where you put the, Billie Eilish songs or Beyonce songs or whatever it is you're wanting to do. And then I wrote this word weird. The last one would be choir and ensemble. So the reason why I put that is sometimes the choirs that you guys participate in have solos in them, and you might want to bring some of your choir pieces to your voice lessons so that your voice teacher can help you prepare for an audition for that. So this is what I recommend starting out with. As you can see, there's only 4. If most of the ones that you get have 5 in there, then if you want to, you can start dividing it by language or however you want. Once you have your binder organized, it's good to have your name on it. Write your name on there somewhere, because if you're going to practice and you forget it, then your teacher or whoever comes across it will be able to say, oh, this is so-and-so's binder, I will return it to them. So make sure you put your name on it. Here's one of my binders as an example. This is the one that I use all the time. Now, notice how I'm not practicing what I preach by having this here. If this is just a voice lesson binder, which this is what it solely is, this little plastic clear thing in the front is okay. If you're performing though, I always change whatever my performance songs are into a black binder like this. So just keep that in mind. I put some quotes here that I like from some pretty cool singers. And for mine, I have mine separated by opera arias, art songs, operetta, sacred, and musical theater. I do classical music, so this is why it's done this way. You could get way, way more intricate with this. However, since I use this all the time, music is always going in and out of this, so it's really pointless for me to go even further. On the side pockets here, I've got translations of the pieces and the IPA. So I also have a calendar here, which is useless for 2020. Just random notes that I've scribbled down. So this is why I say to have the little pocket things. It's also a good idea starting out to have maybe some loose leaf paper in your binder, so you can have some notes that you can scribble down real quick. Actually, I should start doing that too. That will be helpful. That's why those dividers that I told you about that have the little pockets in it could be nice as well. Also, like I said, any random things that you have are good to have in the little pockets. So keep that in mind. That is how I create a voice binder. What about you? Do you have your own voice binder? How do you divide it? And I hope this helps you. Let me put my little list back up here again. Let me know in the comments if you have started making one already. Thank you to everyone who's watching this. I appreciate everyone who follows and is subscribing and finding value from this. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.